Hi, Jason Pilgrim here from the Profitable Practice Podcast, where we help allied health professionals just like you empower and inspire the lives of so many more people by building bigger and better businesses. Let's go and get stuck in right now. G'day guys, welcome to another episode of the Profitable Practice Podcast, and today's a little bit different in regards to how we actually want to be able to structure this together. So what I'm going to actually do is I've been working with Eurobadella Health and Fitness here at their multiple disciplinary centre in way down south from Sydney, about 4 hours south. Really great team. But I think a lot of the time we look at business development from the business point of view. Maybe it's around systems and the management side. Maybe it's around the leader or the business owner. But one of the major integral parts of how a business can actually build and grow is obviously the team that's involved and how the team actually works together. And understanding what each team member feels is important to them is actually going to be one of the best ways for you to build your team moving forwards. So it's a little bit of a different one. We've got 7 of the team here at the moment. I'm going to grab each one individually. They can't actually hear or see what we're doing. I've just told them right now, about 60 seconds ago, what the question is. And they're not allowed to talk to each other. And we're just going to get them to talk for 30 seconds to 60 seconds around what they feel is the most important factor for a business to be able to work with, for them to be able to grow the health business. So as an employee, as a team member, as an employee in a health business, what do they feel is the number one? Now there might be 3 or 5 things, but I want the number one thing that they feel is most important to them as a team member to enable the business and the team to grow. And I think it's really important that we do this and that we understand more about our own businesses by doing this. So we're just going to cut and paste all of this together, so it'll be nice and streamlined by the time you guys are listening to this. But from here, let's go forward. I'm just going to literally get them to tell them their name and the most important thing that they feel for their business moving forward. And this is something we're going to all be able to learn from our business. So let's go ahead and have some fun. And I'll talk to you guys about it at the end. Cheers.
Hey, my name's Tim. One of the most important things for me in the business, especially in this health setting, I believe is habits. Obviously, you got your processes, but with your processes, having good habits in order to do those processes. Because as we know with habits, you can come in to work and you could be feeling absolutely garbage, you could be feeling on top of the world, but the important thing is habits always dictate what you do. If you don't have those good habits, then chances are the goals that you do have aren't really going to align, or it's going to take a lot longer for you to achieve them.
And I'm here in the background behind the camera watching you do this, Tim, by the way. No one else is here. But it's actually that's actually a really critical point about how we are as practitioners with clients, behavioural change and habits. So it's interesting that we have the same, you've got the same type of mentality towards how you feel a business needs to best operate.
Yep.
Awesome, dude. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
No worries.
Cheers.
Hey, I'm Ryan. So the most important thing for me in relation to our allied health team, I would say would be consistency. So consistency across the board to ensure that processes and procedures and everything works and flows properly. If it doesn't flow and work properly, tends to fall apart. That's one of the biggest things I find is a big challenge.
And I'm just off here to the side. No one else is here. It's just me. But just in talking about that, Ryan, it also is a bit of a flow-on effect, isn't it, in regards to the customer experience?
Correct.
The consistency of who they might be seeing in the team or not in the team. The consistency of how people answer phone calls or all
absolutely
those things.
And it's not just one, it's everything.
Absolutely.
If it's not consistent across the board, the structure falls apart.
Totally. Mate, thanks for your time.
No problem.
Cheers.
Hi, I'm Liz, and for me the most important thing about being in a health team is knowing exactly what the team does as an individual, so then we can really work together to help people coming in. Because someone coming in to see me, I may feel that then they need another person's expertise.
So clarity of direction.
Yes.
Awesome, cool. And I'm obviously off the side here and no one else is here, that's all good. Fantastic, appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Liz.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Drew. The most important thing for me in an allied health team is not being an island. So being able to collaborate, share and learn from other health professionals, it just grows the team and grows yourself.
And how do you normally, what would be something that you feel would be a really good way to do that? What would be a tip or something you feel is the best way that you found?
Best way to do that if you get a client coming in and it's got a tricky issue or a new issue that you haven't come across or a bit of a roadblock, is to just ask one of your colleagues, because they've come across it before, or they'll have a different filter or a different idea, and then you can workshop that together and then you both get an opportunity to learn and grow.
Awesome. Drew, thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lynn.
I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Hey guys, my name's Aiden. I'm in the allied health team here. The most important thing for the team here is having a collective goal and having a collective vision for what we want to achieve. I think once we're all on that same pathway, everything else in the middle becomes a lot easier. So knowing what we want to achieve together at the end is the most important thing, I think. So.
Awesome. And just on that, do you find that you need complete clarity, like complete perfection at X amount of time period? Is it more something that it just needs to be a bit of a loose framework, or like where's your thoughts on that?
I think in terms of the end point, I think being quite specific about it so that we know what we're working towards. Otherwise, if having a little bit more looser, then it's a bit harder to actually know how to get there. So I think having a good, clear goal at the end of it all, and that might change over time, but at least starting with something that's clear, I think that's quite important.
Allows actions to happen, allows momentum to grow.
Exactly right.
Perfect. Thanks, mate. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
mate.
Cheers.
Hi, I'm Amber. I'm part of the team here. I believe the most important thing for a team moving forward is open and honest communication between all team members so that everyone can work towards the same direction.
Awesome. And I'm obviously just here in the background. So just give us one tip, one strategy or a tip to make sure that we've got open and honest communication.
I think a strategy for ensuring that we do have open and honest communication is having regular team meetings and making sure that everyone feels approachable so that they can raise whatever topics they feel is necessary.
Awesome. Perfect. Hey, thanks for your time.
Okay,
Appreciate
thanks
it.
heaps.
Thanks. Cheers.
See ya.
Hey, I'm Hamish Gorman. I'm part of the allied health team here at Eurobodalla Health and Fitness, and I think the most important part of being in an allied health team is having good people around you that support you in your areas of interest.
Awesome. Fantastic. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Easy as that. G'day guys, so there it is, 7 of the team members here at Eurobodalla Health and Fitness. I think it's really important to get that feedback from team members to make sure we know that we're not just pushing ahead as the business owner, but we're actually understanding what it's like as being the employee as to what they feel is the most important scenarios moving forward. And some of those may not be new to us, but maybe it's time for us to actually look back and say, hey, when was the last time we had a team meeting? Or we do them every month. That's not good enough. We've got to try and do them weekly. We've got to create more open and honest communication. We've got to be in a scenario where we actually know where different people's specialties are, and we might have particular marketing or particular projects that we're working on aligned together to really make sure that we're driving down and growing people personally and professionally. Some really gold nuggets there that is probably a good time to actually readdress what we're doing, maybe actually have a look in that rearview mirror as to how we're doing at the moment, whether it could be done a little bit better than what it is right now. And it's the same as what we do like in a retail space. We want to get feedback on what's good, what is good but can be improved, how we can knock their socks off and things like that. And making sure we do that intra-team is just as important as doing it from the team client type perspective as well. So some good gold nuggets. Go and jump in, have a bit of a review of what you're doing, look to make it better. There's a couple of tips and strategies from the team there as well. And until we have another podcast, a little bit of a fun one to look at the internal side, review, get some feedback from the team members as the employees, and be able to move forward as a team and not just have a hierarchy with a staff and a boss scenario. Hope you guys are having a great day, and we'll hear from you soon. Cheers for now. Hey guys, thank you very much for listening to another episode of the Profitable Practice Podcast. I would love nothing more than for you to be able to leave a review. I get so much joy out of listening and reading the amazing things that you guys say about this. So please subscribe to our channel, leave a review, and share it with your friends. Let's get some more fantastic information out there so all of us can grow the industry together. Cheers for now.